Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Grandia 2. Last time we made our way through Arya's domain, or however you want to call it. It's her soul, basically. And in doing so, we gained a whole bunch of points and some levels, some new equipment. And this time, we're going to prep for the boss fight. Now, first things first, equipment. Now, you want Confusion Charm on whoever has the Holy Egg so they can use all healer. Presumably, you want that on either Ryudo or Merrick. I like Ryudo because he's got a higher magic stat. The reason you want it on him in particular, and of course you want the Guardian Hat for sleep resistance as well, is because boss can use Confusion, and you want your healer to not be confused. The reason why you want it on him is because we have the Pixie Robes, which are really good for these two, which already protect you against it, so you might as well not, worry about wasting one of them on there. That way these guys can focus on nothing but damage. Poison protection is nice as well, though it doesn't really matter. And I don't think I've changed anything else. You still have the Mirage Earring, Mirage that. I also gave you the Guardian Hat to protect against sleep, because boss can use sleep. Now, power up real quick here. Now we can do Fallen Wings and probably Snowball Fight. You could go for Beast King Glass as well. That would be also pretty useful, but it's up to you. Let's see here. You want to have Fiora maxed on the Holy Egg. You may also want to put the points in on the Chaos Egg as well. In fact, it doesn't cost that much. I'm just going to do it just so that I have two options of using Fiora as soon as the boss fight starts, because you're going to want that. Make sure you're all nice and healed up, and approach the eye. This one literally does look like a tunnel into someone's soul, because you can literally see inside of it. And if I wager a guess, I think we can walk into it too. There's little Ira, standing on top of an eye. Go figure. I don't think it's that everyone hates you. They hate the evil thing that's attached to you. Yeah, she wants to eat pretty much any piece of Valmar she gets her hands on. And you thought I was going to say something dirty, didn't you? Shame on you. Yeah, if you recall a couple episodes back, that's literally what her mother said. Oh. That sounds annoying. And it's too loud. And welcome to boss time! One of the more annoying bosses in the game, because, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies. And on hard mode, they have 4,000 HP instead of 3,000 or 2,000 or whatever they have. So, first things first, Fiora. Now, I said it was cheap before. It's kind of cheap here, but we want to make sure we get that off ASAP on as many of the eyeballs as possible. Maybe I'll get the Tendril as well. What we're trying to avoid is the Delta Burst attack, because it does too much damage, and I just don't want to deal with it. Other than that, you could build up your defenses and your strengths and stuff like that. Not particularly worth it. Is there any items that I particularly want to use? Kind of wanted Merrick to use these, but yeah, let's go for the Moge Bomb. We'll do some IP damage. And then hopefully we'll avoid some of them getting their hits in. Now that Delta Burst requires all living. Really? It missed the eye?
There you go.
But it worked on one of the random ones. That's kind of weird. I'm only really trying to get the use on the eyes. Now here you go. Here's your Delta Burst, because it's a pain in the ass. It's not like it does huge damage, but think about how many turns they can get off in a row doing that. Okay, so Beast King Blast. This is the first time we've really got a good look at it, so let's use it here. I was waiting for this.
Don't mess with me.
This is the aura that goes around her character. She gets pissed off and she goes berserk. Literally, you lose control of her. I'm not sure if it's for the whole fight, but it's for quite a while. Do not give her the holy egg for this fight. Usually when she gets mad, the first thing she does is she instantly casts this. So I wanted to get her turn off ahead of time, because when she gets her turn, she recharges all of the SP that I've already used. So I wanted to use that first and foremost with her, waste all of her SP, then she'll transform, and then she'll do it again, which is why I didn't let her transform in any random battles along the way. Snowball fight. Sure, why not?
Beast King Blast!
So there's Beast King Blast. It's a wide aura around him and hits quite a few enemies, which is very effective. Let's see. Snooze does work on the eyeballs, and I'll probably get that off before anything else.
How about this?
Yeah, normally Fiora is your friend in this fight, but because Millennia decided to transform right away, and because I've boosted up her thing quite a bit, we can save a bit of time.
Lots of snow!
Use Snowball attack, which doesn't do nearly as much damage, but oh well. Probably should have worked on Beast King Blast. Now, unfortunately, when she transforms,
Tear it up!
she uses random spells like Wind, even though she would do a lot better. She's also way faster, which is effective. All right, what are you using? You are using Pollen Spew. No, I'm not going to waste my attack on you. Let's cancel that.
Golden Hammer! Crash!
I'm sure Millennia will do something to that remaining eyeball. Yeah, she's a fan of wind elemental attacks, which is unfortunate because usually wind elemental attacks are not something that I build up with her. So we have prevented the left tendril from doing anything. That might be the one that does sleep or confuse, but the different parts do different amounts of damage. Let's go for 10-second slash on the eye. We'll cancel whatever you're doing.
10-second slash!
Yeah, this battle can be kind of difficult because of all the things in the battle, but if you hit them fast enough, you probably won't have a problem.
Beast King Blast!
But yeah, make sure you have all healers set up on somebody. In fact, I may want to use it on my next turn just to make sure my HP stays high. And sure, snowball fight, why not? Now, ideally, she would use a fire elemental spell because those would be going faster and doing more damage, but the stupid AI is not very bright. Okay, we're only down to 2 parts. This battle's going way better than I was expecting. And we got a nice friend there on the ground, which is a new weapon for... just make sure everyone stays healed. New weapon for Rowan there. And if I remember correctly, it's a very, very good one. And we're at full HP. Yeah, I don't know why I've seen people call this game difficult. This is the hard mode. Hard mode! This is easy.
Golden Hammer!
Anyway,
Crash!
still fun. I don't know, there's like differences. We finally get control of you again. So now I hopefully have fixed my zap problem. Now, what had happened is I turned the battles down to 30 FPS naturally, and so hopefully this will work now.
Don't touch.
And somebody just came online, which you can't see because it's half cut off. And now it does damage! Yay! Now's a good time to talk about it. Certain spells have elemental properties. All lightning attack spells have a chance of paralysis. There's also an all-targeting wind elemental attack that can do confusion. It also moves different characters around. We'll be learning that not before too long. Those are the main, those are the only couple of attack spells that actually have status effects associated with them. Let's see, Tendril and the Eye. Let's go for the Eye.
Beast Fang! Cut!
There we go. We'll cancel another one of your attacks. I'm not too worried about the Tendril because it can't do all that much. Just use normal attacks because I have Fior on it. Notice that it's lasted the entire battle, which is why I thought it was cheap to use a while ago in a previous boss fight against another one. Okay, Spellbinding Eye. Do not get hit by that. That will... that will lead to a bad time. The only other thing you can do is Howl Slash. Sure.
Ouch!
Okay, 10-second slash on the Eye.
10-second slash!
There we go. Now, one more thing I will talk about in this fight, as opposed, in terms of strategy.
You to pieces.
Go, and that should be the end of the battle. And that's if you have 2 chants of fire or any other element, and you have them all up to level 50, which I kind of already mentioned. If you go to use the spell, it is now instant cast, and this is basically how we're going to be dealing with enemies going forward. Insta cast, burn flame, win fight. And being able to insta-cast it so early when we don't get anything that raises wind elemental attacks really skews the elemental selection for whoever you want to deal the most damage in favor of someone using fire and the Chaos Egg as opposed to the Mist Egg.
That was beautiful, you guys!
Anyway, we went over a whole bunch of different aspects. We got the Warp Knife, excellent. We got the Gravity Egg, which I believe I'm using for the rest of the game. We got lots and lots of points and money, and the Demon Tears are also very good. That was all around a very good fight, because we got lots of stuff, wasn't nearly as difficult as it can be. Oh yeah, right, we have that part to deal with too. Well, I was happy. Not really anymore. And I'm no one's dinner. Nothing else, huh? Oh, is this the first time you've been here? We get some nice happy music. Doesn't really fit the situation, but... But it does suit the scene that they were kind of building here. It just doesn't suit the terrible idea that we had before she showed up. I don't think it's the same one, but it's definitely crafted with that image in mind. I have a feeling that it's just the power of Valmar that creates this place, which would make sense. Do you now? Makes me think of Shinra from 10-2. I know everything. Shut up, Shinra! Sorry, we're off topic. Anyway. What a sad scene. And with that, the illusion is gone. And if you notice, the fairies are all moving in one direction. They're not just floating around. Yeah. We can see Ryudo's character start to grow more so, and which is one of the reasons why I love the town of Mirumu, or whatever the hell it's called. And that's specifically because Ryudo grows so much here, and we learn so much about, his personality, little bits about his past and stuff like that. Was. How, huh? You evil bitch! I think I want to slaughter Millennium right about now. One flower. It's her heart. I thought it was her soul that was destroyed. I don't know. Millennia, what are you implying? Made it seem as though you were the enemy. Made it seem as though you were telling her there's no way you can do it. To give her the passion, the motivation to do something like that. To give her life purpose again. Maybe. Wait a second. See, I like this. The characters aren't stupid. Yeah, that's exactly what they were meant to do. I don't know what you're talking about. Probably was. On numerous occasions. Yeah. Oh, never mind that. I care less about petty antics of those miserable humans. You can't con a con artist, and I'm sure he's done more than his fair share of conning. Best be better than me. She's upset that she's been found out. She has no way of, no further evidence she can point to. But we see her be, so evil, but at the same time, we see the other side too. And I like that because, we get the quiet, demure, however you pronounce that, Elena most of the time. But when she gets passionate about something, she's all fire gung-ho. Millennia is very much the opposite of that. And I just like the duality and the dynamic between the two characters. We should probably get out of here before we cause any more problems. We do, we have fixed some things, but I don't think we fixed everything. Oh, little Nicholas is awake. I'm hungry. Well, so are we all, kid. What can you do? She's still sleeping. No fun. Look at that expression on Elena's face. The poor girl. She feels everyone else's pain for them. Huh? Yeah. Again, I talked about this before. The kids were rather smarter and more accepting than the adults, which I know probably doesn't tend to happen in real life, unfortunately. It's starting to get that way as generations go on, but it's a long process. It's not, completely intolerant parents versus, completely tolerant kids. It's a continuum and it goes over time. But in the magical world of JRPGs, we can do that. And with that, you're going to plant a flower garden for Ira's sake. You see Millennia, don't say another word. So they're going to keep up her hopes, give her a reason to live, otherwise she really has no reason left. Anyway, I like the story that unveils here. And I'll let this one run a little long. Is there still a save point over here? There is. Let's heal up. Actually, you know what? We're going to call her a day because I think there's more cutscenes going forward. Hence why it's quiet and there's no music in town. But anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.